family, LosingDrea here. I'm coming to you guys with a little bit of a mukbang. That's 2 for 2 this week you guys are going to get from me. That is if I get it uploaded in time. But anyways, I was in the mood to eat and I figured, well, this is kind of a big salad, at least for me anyways. I think it qualifies for calling it a mukbang. And for anybody who doesn't know, because I've had several people question me because... You know, I refer to any time I eat or like go ham on eating something. And what I mean by ham is I mean like all out, all out, all out. Is that a mukbang is when you eat a lot of food. I've been hearing what has been referred to as a nibblebang. I don't know if any of you guys have heard that. Mukbang means a lot of food. So even though like my husband or my mother or certain people that, you know, I talk to just out of habit, if I eat something or I just ate something, whatever, I'll say, oh, I just mukbang this or, oh, I'm going to mukbang that. You know, to me, eating is mukbang. It's what just automatically flows out of my mouth or into my mind when I see somebody eating. You know, Thanksgiving dinner was a mukbang, you know, it's like, we were going to mukbang Thanksgiving dinner. We were going to mukbang some turkey or mukbang some ham or we're going to mukbang some junk food. Mukbang has a meaning. You know, now we have cookbangs where people are cooking and eating. And we also have it's a Japanese word. It means like eating a lot of food. And there is another platform, not YouTube, called Africa TV or Africa.tv. Asian girls basically eating 10,000 calories or, you know, 150 hamburgers. Like Furious Pete, if anybody watches him. He is like an extreme eater, an extreme foodie, and he eats like big food, the biggest pizza he could ever find, or you could ever find, the biggest burrito, you know, those kind of things. Like I watch extreme foodies as much as I watch what I would consider just regular mukbangers. You know, mukbang it started growing here on YouTube for my knowledge. I mean, for me as a watcher, quite a bit ago. And I guess it's because it's salad and it's cold. Don't worry, it ain't gonna get cold. It's already cold. But that's where I started to learn about this. And I said, well, I could do that, you know. And then the same with the ASMR. And, you know, a lot of people will take something, see that it gets a lot of subscribers fast, a lot of views, what have you, and say, you know, I could do that and want to do that. Or just something that they like to do. I mean, this is something that comes natural to us. We all have to eat. And we all probably like to sit down and have a good meal with a family member or some friends. You know, we all go out to eat or we all gather around when there's a holiday and we enjoy food together. Now, the difference between the mukbang and the nibblebang is the nibblebang is just a regular size portion of food. I wouldn't necessarily call this a normal size portion of food. I am on a ketogenic diet for anybody that doesn't already know, who are just tuning into my channel because maybe you actually like the title and or my cute little thumbnail. But I made this salad. I actually already had a few bites. I was starving, okay guys? I barely had my coffee in the morning when I got up at around 11. I didn't go to sleep till probably around, I want to say 7 o'clock in the morning because I was up watching a live stream from Fluffy. Yes, I'm one of the lucky ones. I love me some fluff. Fluffy hates fibro. For anybody who doesn't know, I'll also leave a link to her channel down below. She is awesome. Great people, wonderful heart. I love her. So I saw about 3 o'clock in the morning or 3:20 something in the morning. She was live. I went to see what I thought I wasn't going to get to catch, and I was probably going to have to watch the after effects where you can't chat. Like live, you can chat, but once you end a live stream, you can leave it up for others to come and see it at their leisure. But anything that happened in chat, you will not get to be a part of if you weren't there and or in there at some particular point in time and had the ability to go back and look through the chat. So sometimes that's a good thing because we can really get into some deep conversations in chat and have a whole lot of fun with some English. Anyways, so what I have here, getting on to business, is I have some of those Aldi Simply Nature Organic mixed greens with the baby spinach, the arugula, if I'm saying that right, and whatever the heck else that is. And I also have about a handful or so of coleslaw, and there's some pieces of avocado. But I also cut up 2 boneless breasts of skinless boneless chicken that was grilled, and little cherry tomatoes cut up in it. And I made my own ranch dressing with the ranch packet that you get at Aldi's, and had sour cream, the Kraft avocado oil mayonnaise. I don't know about you guys. I've been a Hellmann's girl my whole entire life, and no, this is not sponsored by Hellmann's or Kraft, but that particular mayonnaise, if you're looking to cut down on fat, well, not really cut down on fat, but I would say cut down on calories, because I love the fat. But if you're looking to cut down on calories and eat something that is half the calories so you can have more of it and or just enjoy it without the guilt, that Kraft avocado oil mayonnaise, for me, tastes just about the same as Hellmann's mayonnaise, real mayonnaise. So, just putting that out there in case y'all ain't tried it. It's only 45 calories per serving. Probably even got more fat in it. I don't know. But what I have been learning, you know, for those companies that have food that say fat-free or low-fat or less fat or no added this or no added that, sugar, whatever, they compensate by putting fillers in, which are high in carbs. So you're going to have more carbs in that kind of food, and that means that food has been even more processed than processed food. I try to stay on the outside aisles of my grocery stores, so I don't eat the heavily processed, prepackaged foods on the inside aisles, which it's kind of neat that grocery stores do that. So like all your fresh fruits, nuts, vegetables, healthy, you know, fresh, even the baked goods, because I don't think they're good for you in the bakery, but they're on the outside aisles. But like your meats and your fish and your dairy with your cheese and all that goodness that you can have on keto is on the outside perimeter of your grocery store. All the stuff that's in the middle is going to be prepackaged, okay? So salad dressings, boxed things, cereals, whatever. Even my fake, you know, great value sweetener, etc. It's in the middle aisle. So, you know, even nuts are in a middle aisle, but I also seen them in my produce department. Go figure. I don't know what the confusion with that is. Maybe it's because the beer and the wine, nuts pair well with that stuff, so you can find nuts and popcorn in that aisle just across from where you can buy beer. So anywho, here I am, my salad with the chicken, and I said, you know, I'm coming on here, I might as well come say hi to you guys. I want to do more videos. I always want to do more videos, but I never really have where to do the videos. If I'm out there in my kitchen eating, my wonderful 2-legged son, Chico, will scream to the top of his lungs until you give him something to eat. And instead of being polite and talking like he does, even though he's got the worst potty mouth of all, and I'm sure not only would I get, whatever you call it, demonetization from YouTube, I'd probably get my whole channel hacked with what that thing says. But he can talk, and yet he screams. And for some reason, especially with things, I don't make him a cannibal. Don't tell him. But if I'm eating chicken, that's like his favorite food. And he don't even know what he's eating. I ain't got the heart to tell him. Well, maybe I told him once or twice it was his cousin I was probably eating, but we won't go there because chickens and parrots, I don't think they're cousins. But whatever. He likes to eat what I'm eating. And until I give him some, he screams. And then I give him some, and he just, like, chews it up real fast, or he'll walk away and he wants more anyways. Because as long as I still have food, he's still going to scream. He'll just, like, take that few seconds. And I'm not going to keep feeding him. Because this isn't bird bong. This is mukbang. And this is my mukbang. And I'm not sharing. Didn't get so many views yet on the last mukbang. But I just kind of in the middle of the night had uploaded it. That sucker took me all day and almost all night to not just edit it. Because like I said, I didn't want it to be boring. Like I am. But it took me a heck of a long time to upload it. And the funny thing about iMovie is you can upload from within iMovie directly onto YouTube. So it doesn't show that anything's happening, but there's like a little clock for those who use it and don't know up at the top, and it kind of gives you a little bit of a, you know, you got X amount of time to go. And it told me I had like 26 point something hours. And I thought, I don't think I've ever taken that long to upload a video ever on YouTube. And I've done some pretty long videos. But if that's the case for a 38 or 39 minute video, I would more rather go live and then leave it up for everybody to see it at their leisure, because it seems to be instantaneous for me. And then I don't worry about it. But with live, I can't edit it. I couldn't make it funny. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't feeling like I needed to be live. You know, some of y'all got some HD and you can see things I don't want you to see. So, like, I envy people who don't have that great of a cam, and people still love to watch them, because I always thought, you know, hey, when you got a blurry cam, you don't have, like, good filming tactics or editing skills. People hold that against you. I don't know. I don't personally, but it's just the way I feel. And I'm more critical about myself than I am to anybody else. I never give a thumb down. I always give thumbs up. If I really detest the video, I'll just leave. I won't watch it. I don't try to waste time leaving a comment. I mean, most people know they got crappy videos. Like, I watch Trisha Paytas, and there's videos she puts out there. I'm like, what is girl on? Seriously? Mm-mm. But before we go any further, I mean, this is already 20 minutes in, and I haven't even taken a bite. You guys are going to hate me. But look, here's the first bite for you guys. Ooh, look at that mater. Mater. I don't know if I have enough dressing on here. I sure felt like I put a lot in here. Let me get some where I show you where I have avocado so you can see. Now, just take note for those who are on keto or looking to go to keto, and avocado is a must, okay? Well, not a must, but it's definitely on the top of the list. It's actually a fruit. It's very high in fat. And it's very, very good for you. It has tons of potassium in it, which is very, very good for you, especially if you're on any kind of diet, but definitely for the ketogenic diet. But, why was I even about to say that? All of a sudden I got a brain fart. Maybe I shouldn't use the word fart while I'm eating, but sorry. Even though I'm going to edit some things out, I'm going to leave that in there just because. It's good for you. Avocados are good for you. That's okay. But there's little bits of carrot. That is like a root vegetable, and root vegetables, no-nos. Yeah, and I got bits of chicken. So you've seen the avocado. Let me find. I really kind of chopped the chicken up real small, so like I don't have to sit here and chew because I already have a problem. Since these greens have the little, you see the little, whatever this freaking thing's called, stem. I have a hard time, sometimes they fall out of my mouth as I'm eating. So hopefully this lipstick that I have on that I got from like Wish stays on while I eat. Otherwise, they lied, because it's supposed to be like all day wear, not supposed to rub off. It doesn't feel wet. It feels pretty dry. I don't know if it looks good on me. Pucker up. Anyways, so I'm eating this salad. I actually have 1, 2, and one bottle I can't even reach. 3 bottles of water. Don't ask what this is. I don't know why. It was in my refrigerator like that with the thing around it. Maybe that was Grumpy Hubby's way of claiming it. It wasn't open though, so he never drank it. So this is actually 2 different, yeah, 2. These 2 are the same, and this is a different brand. I love Aquafina water. I don't know. But these aren't bad. They're great value, and I get like a huge 36 pack for $3 and change. I have a water cooler that I keep out in the living room, but mostly we use it for hot water dispensing, for hot tea, or, you know, bouillon or something like that, which I hardly ever have, but I'm sure my mom uses it for that. But anyways, I've been drinking water, so I will empty all of these out either before or after this mukbang. I'm not one to drink a lot of water. I'm not really ever that thirsty. I probably would end up going to the bathroom a lot more than I care to, but I need it. And today I spent the better part of the day trying to locate a doctor who is going to be available before the end of March or sometime in April that I can choose as a primary care physician so that I can go see a doctor, because I haven't been to one and my insurance is recommending that I get a wellness checkup. But it's so hard to get in. Like, I found a doctor, but I won't get to see the doctor until late March. But I can see their nurse practitioner. And I'm having a hard time getting to see a doctor, a primary care physician, otherwise known as a PCP. Here I am running out in the mouth. This is not like worthy of a mukbang because I'm hardly eating. Paper towels on deck. Make sure that. I don't know. You know, if I could talk more than I eat, I might have a better time of continued weight loss. So far, I've lost a total of 7 pounds. I want to say, oh gosh, well, I don't want to make this about my weight loss because I'm eating, but since I restarted, which was after the first, it was, I think, the 2nd of January. Yeah, 2nd of January. And even though I had the issue with the dogs, which totally drove me crazy and stressed me out to the point where I normally would end up in the kitchen eating everything not tied down, just out of stress and emotions, I didn't. I handled it. And of course, then I was too busy driving around looking for my dogs than to be stuffing food in my face. And this stuff is not as, it ain't coming off proof as it's supposed to be. Let me have some of this water. I noticed Flipside drinks a lot of water. When she does her mukbangs. I'm not a soda drinker. I don't think I ever particularly were. And if I was, it was a long, long time before I started my journey back October 2nd, 2011. Bottle. Hey, I made it. But, it's not so much as the taste I didn't like, it's the carbonation. I don't know. I don't like to belch really loud where I have to run and try to like point fingers like somebody else did it. Like, it wasn't me. My dog did it. My brother's ex-girlfriend, we'll just call her A. We used to hang around sometimes, and she took me to this grocery store we used to have back in the day called Pantry Pride. And I never forget this. This stands out very, very prominently with me. She took me to the grocery store, and I don't remember what aisle we were standing in, but she lets out this huge, and she still burps that way, I know, because she visited me not too long ago, and she burped that way. But she let out this, like, Chewbacca-like roar of a burp, and I'm, like, trying to point, and she was long gone. She hauled butt out the aisle, God knows which way, to another aisle before I even noticed she left, and left me there. So, like, if anybody knew from the sound of where it possibly came from, I looked guilty, not her. But she, and you know, my sister, I don't know what it is. You know, I was just thinking my brother probably had a pattern because my sister-in-law could do the same dang thing. And she's not the same girl. You know, this is an ex-girlfriend, you know, kids and wife. And I say that because I think the bun in the oven came first before the ring. I don't know. I think eating salad is not mukbangable. Is that a word? Mukbangable? You know, I'm talking about mukbangs and nibblebongs, and now I got another word, mukbangable. Because there's certain foods you eat where it just kind of hangs outside of your mouth while you're eating it, or you're chewing and you feel like Elsie the cow. Like, you know, you're like, and it's still hanging out the corner of your mouth. That's how I feel about salad. But it does taste good, and it is healthy. I figure you're supposed to get like 6 or 7 cups of greens a day. That even for me seems to be a lot, but when I sit down and eat, it really doesn't. You would be amazed, if you don't know, how much a handful, which is a cup, can fill up in a bowl like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real loose and it's not so dense because it just kind of lays there loosely, you know, so it looks like a lot. But once you start putting dressing and stuff on it, it gets a little heavy and it kind of sticks together. Really not a lot, but, you know. And if I can't eat it, I don't have to force myself. You know, I'm not trying to go after, like, macronutrients. I don't care if I don't eat enough fat in the day. I don't care. I definitely don't want to eat all my calories given. I like a deficit. I believe calories in, calories out. But, you know, I figure, you know, Grumpy Hubby went to work today. Thought he had to go in from 9 to 5. Turned out he didn't have to work on schedule until 11 to 8. I guess he decided to stay there, so he texted me and said he wouldn't be home till 8. I don't care. He could stay gone. I wouldn't care if he had to work till 8 tomorrow night, or 8 on Friday, or 8 on Monday, or 8 on the 8th of the 2019 month of 8. Sorry. But I don't think I'd miss him. He made a good dinner last night, though. I will admit to that. In case he's watching this, I gotta give him some kudos for something, right? I was craving pizza. And this is the funny thing about Grumpy Hubby and I. Whenever I'm craving something or thinking something, he always knows what I'm thinking. I mean, yes, we've been married 26 years, so. But he always seems to know what I'm thinking. And he always does something that just kind of coincides with whatever I'm thinking or feeling or whatever. So I wasn't really happy with him yesterday. I haven't been happy with him lately at all. Bless you, little girl. Come here. She's sneezing. I don't know if you can see her. What's the matter? You sneezing? You want to come up here? Come here. I don't want you to sneeze on me, though. No, she's just standing up, but she won't. So anyways, as I was saying, so I'm thinking about pizza. But my pizza, let's say, before the keto police come after me, is not the kind of pizza. It does not have no crust, and I don't even do it with the crust that you make with cauliflower, like the fathead. I don't go through all that. I do very easy peasy, melt some cheese in a pan, add my toppings, and before you know it, I can slide the sucker out the pan onto a plate and cut it up and eat it just like pizza. No lie. And one day, if you want to see that, and I get enough people request that, I may just very well do a Mukbang video where I do that for you all right here from in my studio. And why? Because I can do that now. I got an induction cooker. Haven't used it yet, but the intention when I got it was to do it on cam. And I'm planning, like I was planning before, to do some big things. So, anyways, I'm thinking this pizza because I'm craving the Rayo sauce. I'm craving some cheese. And maybe some pepperoni. I don't know. He went in and made a banging zucchini and boneless chicken breast like a lasagna. It didn't have noodles in it, but it was like a low-carb, delicious plate. I want to say like a chicken parmesan with zucchini. If that makes it like you have chicken parmesan, you have your cheese and you have your chicken and you have your sauce. But then you would have pasta on the side that you would eat also with it, with the sauce. So it was like mandolin shaved zucchini, not the spirals, which would have been cool. But it was the mandolin shaved zucchini, chicken, cheese. I think there were mozzarella and fresh shredded parmesan. And the Rayo sauce. And, like Fluffy would say. Without all the weird hair going around. I actually had a pretty good hair day today, if I don't say so myself. But, yeah, that was banging. And I ate me a whole plate of it, and then I wasn't hungry for anything. I ate a few berries before dinner, and that was that. I had some blueberries last night, about a handful of them, and I actually stayed up all night. I'm super energized, mouth running a mile a minute. I'm already at 43 minutes and 51 seconds. Don't know if all that's going to make it into this video by the time I've edited it. Hopefully, I feel weird editing a mukbang video because I'm supposed to be here with you as if you're here with me. And if you were here with me, there wouldn't be no editing. Like, there's no filters, okay? I have to, like, watch my P's and Q's and watch what I say because, one, I don't want to be demonetized. 2, I don't want to get kicked off and lose my channel because I got a potty mouth. And 3, I don't know that kids aren't either with my adult viewers there in the background where they can hear me, and or that I just don't have some kids who are viewing me. So, trying to behave myself. I always do, and usually I have a pretty good rapport with that. But I do say a couple of words like the F word, but I say like, you know, friggin'. Is that bad? My health is more important than this, and this isn't good for me. Because, you know, I've tried so many different diets throughout my course or my journey here on YouTube, and a lot of stuff I found just didn't work for me personally. So I had to change it for me personally. And the fact that I was on YouTube or am on YouTube and I report about it or I discuss it is just me giving my opinion and letting you guys know my outcome and how it either worked or not worked for me. I'm not telling you not to do it, not to try it, not to go for it, because, you know, what doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you, number one. And number two, even though I have this outlet and this channel to speak on the platform that I have and the way that I do, I'm not here as some guru who claims to know all, who claims to have any kind of a PhD in weight loss or any of that. And I'm not here to try to tell you guys what to do or what not to do. I'm just sharing my own experience and either what works for me or not, just to let you guys know in case you're interested in something. But mostly, it's a channel for me to go look back at myself, at my journey, see where I was at, what I had tried, what I did, what might have worked, what didn't work, and see me. Because I've changed, I've evolved in a good way, I like to say. And, you know, we all are, like I said before, critical of ourselves. Like I say, I'm boring. You guys don't probably feel that way. You know, I probably have some viewers that say, damn, she's still fat, you know, and I don't feel that way. I know that I'm not that over 300-pound girl that I was in 2011. I know that I'm somewhere in the low 240s right now. I'm working my way back down again. But I do have a medical condition or something going on that keeps hindering my weight loss and keeping me from getting anywhere down below. I think the last I was like 238 or 6. I think I got to like 236. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was something like that. This is like this, not, you know, like the most recent lowest weight that I was, is what I'm trying to say. Because, you know, I do try. It's not like I have stopped trying. You know, I do kind of go off the wagon a little bit, try to eat a little something. Don't you do that to my boots. Try to do something a little bit here or there that might differ. Or if I'm baking something for somebody, a cake, some cookies, I end up eating them. I am a food addict. I never said I wasn't. But if you're a food addict, then you know, and you can relate with me. And though you are the people that I care to have come and have a discussion or watch my videos, comment on them, share them, or even say if you don't like them, I don't care. Just to be somebody who's so full of hate and malice with no channel, no viewers, no subscribers, no face to your avatar, and come on and try to like badmouth me and say something like I once heard, oh, your name shouldn't be LosingDrea because you're always gaining weight. Okay. Maybe to you that makes sense, but it sure don't make sense to me when I have a website and everything that I am, all my social media accounts, everything that I do is all under that name. So I should just change it for you? Or maybe I should just continually change my name to Gaining Drea and then just keep gaining and never try to lose again. Just like give up. No, I'm not a quitter. I had to shut my mind off from it, not really give it much air or steam or whatever you want to call it, and not really come on here and discuss it at any great lengths, because people like that are really just looking for notoriety. Like they'll come to somebody, and why me? I don't know. It wasn't like at that time I had a lot of subscribers. I mean, I had more than them, obviously, but why pick on the little guys? Why don't you go after some big, huge YouTuber with millions of followers and let them cuss you out and maybe mention your worthless name, if you even have a name that isn't like 12345 LOL 42, whatever, you know, and let them go after you so you can get some notoriety from a big YouTuber. I don't know. I'm not a big YouTuber, but there are some very cruel and ignorant people out there that do stuff like that, or pit. I've even had some lady come at me, try to pit me against one of these other YouTubers that I subscribe to over her drinking alcohol. Like, hello. I guess she watched my videos and she knows I don't drink, but I'm not against drinking. Just because it's not good for me doesn't mean other people can't do it. You want to drink? Go for it. You know, it's your life. And not everybody who drinks is an alcoholic. I don't even consider myself an alcoholic. I consider myself an addict. And that just means that no matter what I do, I might have the tendency, or I do have the tendency of doing it in excess. And that's one thing I just don't, you know, a habit I don't want to pick up. Because anything could be a habit. Anything could be a symptom of the disease of addiction. Just saying. See? Stems fall out. If you were in front of me, I don't think I'd cover my mouth. You're here. You're at my house. If the damn thing fell down my shirt, and let me tell you what, there is a collection station in here sometimes of food. I don't know how. It ain't like I got a whole lot, but when it comes to food and things falling down into my shirt, that's the first place it goes. It's a catch-all. But, you know, it's just a weird feeling that I get. Like, you know, I don't want to be, like, maybe I shouldn't take such a big bite because then I'll be chewing forever. That's the problem. I'm, what's the word for it? I want to say gluttonous. Is that where you like, Alexa, what's the definition for gluttonous?
The term gluttonous means given to excess and consumption of especially food or drink.
I was right. I am no English expert, guys. And thank God for my echo. Because if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't know how to spell. I had to turn off the spell check on my Mac because it was actually got Grammarly, and I don't like it. Sorry. All the advertising that company does, they are not the best spell check. I had better spell check, I guess. I don't know what it was through Windows. It did the automatic spell check, and it worked for Facebook, and generally most places, even on YouTube, when I would post a comment, it would spell check. So I wasn't, you know, misspelling words and putting up words that, you know, your with the apostrophe R-E. Two different meanings, but they sound the same. You know what I'm saying? With that Grammarly? And then I have something on my phone that's spell check, and I don't know how to turn it off. I've tried. And whenever I was, like, talking to text, definitely ain't coming out the way I'm saying it. It's picking it up, and it's saying some really weird stuff, and I'm not talking about ambulance chasers and, oh, whatever else it was. It was bad. I don't think I can mention it on a channel, be honest with you. It was bad. But thank God, like, I've got to read everything before I hit send, and then I find myself going back and trying to delete it, and then my auto spell check is turning around, even though I'm correcting it and spelling it the way it thinks it should be. It's not working out, and it's more harder work than it is to just, you know, type it. So, I don't know how to turn it off. It's an Android phone. It's not an iPhone. I don't even like iPhone. I didn't even like Mac until I got this, and I started using it a little bit more, because I knew nothing about Apple Macintosh. Nothing at all. And here I am, you know, I'm getting used to it. It's getting better. I only wanted it for the sheer fact of being able to use the iMovie or the Final Cut, because I have both. Oh my. I don't know, can I pause this? I don't know who that is.
Hello.
Well, I guess you'll all hear it
after the tone.
if they care to leave a message. Some of these people don't. They'll just hang up, and the machine, if you don't say nothing within a few seconds, will beep. I don't know why people call, and I scan most of my calls, because if it doesn't come up in a name that I know, I'm just not doing it. I don't know, guys. I guess I feel full. I'm not really going to eat the rest of this. I'll give it to my mother, or Grumpy Hubby will eat it when he comes home. I didn't really get to eat it all. But that's good. Being on a ketogenic way of eating, you're not very hungry all the time. I don't feel the need to eat all day long. And that's a good thing. You know, Casey Durango, she doesn't do mukbangs, but she does a lot of videos on the ketogenic way of eating. She also has a blog, and she follows Dr. Eric Westman. So for any of you who are interested in the ketogenic diet, those are the people that I follow around. In case you didn't know, I'll try to remember to put all their links down below in the description so you can kind of refer to them, eat more easier than just taking my word for it. And basically that's how I'm learning. I'm doing my own research. You know, never trust what other people tell you to do. Always do for yourself. That's how I am. I'm somewhat of a, I don't know, you can tell me the sky is blue and I'm still going to go outside and look up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't want to believe you, and it's not that I don't want to trust you. It's just that's how I am. I got to look for myself. You know, your blue might not be the same blue as mine. It might look gray to me. So anyways, I'm going to have me some more water. The dogs are starting to bark. Obviously, it's that time where people start calling here, and I don't know why, because it's 6:35, and it's 57, almost 58 minutes on the clock, and before this hits a whole hour and then some, I'm going to close this video. Tell you guys thanks for joining me. I love each and every one of you. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the button down below and do so. Hit the bell so you can be notified of all new videos as I come out with them, and or you'll be notified if I go live and do a stream. Yeah, love all my new subscribers. Don't forget, as soon as I hit 900, I'm doing a giveaway. With that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey, and I will definitely be seeing all you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Be blessed.